welcome to the Reapers!
And on that lovely auntie note, welcome back, and straight into another mission, hopefully a good one for the history books. We'll see. Operation Defend the Grumbles. So, there is a country that we are working for, we being the Blues, being the Grim Reapers, and they have set up two strategically important, albeit controversial, S-300 Grumble sites. If you don't know what Grumble site is, it's a relatively modern SAM system, extremely potent. It's got like 60 miles. They've set it up on two mountaintops on the border of a neighbouring country that is a hostile country. So that's it. So Blues, our only job is to take off and defend these sites while they're being constructed. They're being constructed at the moment. Most of the units are set out, but it's currently not operational. They reckon another 12 hours before it's operational. ESF have been hired by the opposing country, which is down here, to take off and blow these sites up. To blow a site up, you have to kill at least 50% of the units. They don't have to be the realistic ones that you have to take out. They just make sure they're at least 50%. So that's their units of 10. Their sites of 10 units. So just kill at least 5 units in that group, and that will consider that destroyed. I may try to make it a little bit easier than usual on purpose. Yep, so there's that. Before we go into the actual rules, just a quick look at the map. So you've got the two sites here. They're both up at about Angels 14, so they're super high, I think, from memory. 70 miles to the north is the blue base. 75 miles to the south is the red base. Between each base is at each base is a S-11 buck site with impenetrable buck site of 20 miles to keep the base safe, basically. That's all there is to show on that. The blue rules protect the Grumbles, as we've said, and this is over a period of time until essentially all of the Reds are dead, so it may take all night or it may take 5 minutes, we don't know. No respawns. Once you're dead, you're dead. Tough. Unless it's a lag respawn, unless it's a lag disconnection, which I can check for. No geographical limits. We're opening up to any tactics possible. Go wherever you want, anytime, with whoever you want. No limits, but bear in mind that if you want to go and bomb their base, that is a pretty much impenetrable site. You've been warned. Reds, primary target and the way to win their mission essentially is to destroy at least one site, so that's 50% of at least one site. However, what we really want to get into is their secondary one. So it'd be lovely to see them have them pop at one site like we did the other day, and then rather than getting in silly dog fights and pointless fights, they could get out fast enough, get back to their base with their survivors, and then they can have a pop at another base, or the same site. Basically do as much damage as they can on multiple attacks. That'd be awesome if it's possible for them to do, and I hope it is. We shall have to see. Again, no respawn, so it's one life. So, like I said, it may literally be over in 5 minutes, depending on what the Blues do. I don't know. I haven't got a clue. No geographical limits. Go wherever you want, whenever you want, essentially, with whoever you want, doing whatever you want. The only rule today essentially is the Reds have to wait for the takeoff signal. The reason is I want my guys to line up in like pretty runway shots, and obviously if you don't wait until we take off, you just go ahead and bomb it while we're doing our pretty pictures. So basically, as soon as we take off, Blues take off, we'll set a trigger off that will say, okay, the mission started, Reds can take off, then you can take off, and then we all get pretty much a fair start. That's the best I can do with that. So if you're planning to jump the gun, it probably won't work because we'll have a 5-minute head start. So what do you guys want to do? I don't think it's actually that easy to defend. What do you think? And bearing in mind, we can do anything we like.
Meat shield.
Meat shield!
Well, I'm firstly going to say that bombing their airbase is not a good idea.
We'll never get through the bucks, I can guarantee it.
And there's no point, because they would have already taken off, so
yep.
They've only got one life. So.
And it's 150 miles away as well, so it's been
as much as I do love bombing a good runway, it doesn't make sense here.
I think as soon as Cap said that airbase is impenetrable, I just saw Blood's eyes light up and said,
yep.
I don't accept it.
Yes, that's a surprise. We can have guys in front of those sites doing the gullies. We can have a meat shield, like Starl said, just hovering around it. We can have guys up high. I mean, I think they're going to hit it, and I think they're going to get... This is how I planned. I think they're going to get through, and they're going to turn around and burn away in those mirages. So I kind of planned... The reason I'm in the vegan is because I wanted to high up above these sites, so that once they bombed it, which I think they will, I can chase after those mirages with my potential energy and my vegan and chase them down and kill them. That was my only plan. Yeah, that's my only plan for the vegan. and how I wanted to win this. So I was going to have some Vigans right up high, ready to dive bomb down. I know they don't have a very good buck high, but we can charge down on things. A bunch of F5s and small light fighters, A10 or whatever, literally circling the targets like vultures. But it's really, guys circling the targets are really easy to get by. They always are. Because by the time you spotted the hostiles, the rockets are off basically, and the bombs have been dropped.
I mean, so I think this would be a good opportunity to do wingman pairs.
Roger, sounds good.
To prevent clusterfuckness happening.
They're also going to be able to get to the target way faster than we are.
No, they can't do that. The reason is they aren't allowed to take off until we are 5 miles away from our airbase. I've set a trigger, so we get a small head start. So they'll never catch up in time, basically, as long as we're getting there relatively fast.
Well, the F5s are going to have to burn the whole way because the MiG-21s and Mirages are way faster.
Yeah, that's a problem we're going to have to deal with, unfortunately.
You need to provide air cover continually, don't you? So you need to get the F5s out there faster because they can go faster than the Harriers. So get the F5s out there, the Harriers take off next, the Harriers take over from the F5s, the F5s come back, refuel, rearm, and come back out, and then the Harriers go back, refuel, rearm, and come back out, and then you've got continuous air cover.
And a genuine tactic for the Reds, I would say, to sit on that runway for an hour. Why not? Sit on the runway for an hour until everyone's out of fuel, and then just go and bomb it unopposed.
If we find they are doing that, then the Vigans can run in and just use Fox 2s onto the runway.
Yes, there are no rules, we can do that. So we're going to have to see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen.
Did anyone else notice the loophole?
No, go ahead.
As long as we destroy half of each site ourselves, they can't finish their objective.
You're awful, man.
I'm sure the people who've given us this contract will really appreciate that.
Yes,
you know, all I'd do if I was Red, get in the Mirages, get down low, head west, head north, head east, strike, head south, return the base.
Yep.
Keep down low because they know that there's no chance of the F5s detecting them with their radars if they stick down low. And the Vigans obviously have got air-to-ground radar, so that's next to useless. So the only way they're going to get spotted is if they get visually cued. Yep. And if they stick down low, fast, in the valleys, and they strike from an angle we're not expecting them to.
Yeah. They are invincible. They're pretty much, if they come from the left or the right, a transonic, they are essentially invincible, and then they're super Mach 2 as soon as, or Mach 1.5 as soon as they're off site. So this is my thing for being a Vigan. I don't think we can kill them on the ingress. I think we're going to have to kill them on the egress, where we can see their burners and chase them down from up high. I think that's the only way we can do it.
We could layer the defense, so we have a couple of wingman pairs far in front of the sites, just to scout. If you can spot people moving in, then the guys closer to it can intercept.
Yes, and we might be able to do that. They might be lax when they're far away from the targets. They might be flying quite high, and we might be able to see them. Possible.
So it's probably you want maybe the F5s further out and the Harriers closer in, because the F5s got the radar as well.
Yes. The Harriers have got to be around target. The Harriers can't move, can they? Essentially, they're too slow to move.
Yeah,
so they should be around the target with the big missiles.
We have currently 5 Harriers, so they should split into 2 flights.
Roger.
So we can have 1 flight on each.
Yep. So you can Harrier flight around the target, and the one that's shorter man can have the A10, because the A10's got good missiles as well. And they.
That P-man here can be lead.
What's P-man in? Yep, that's fine.
Bugger off.
He's got, yeah, okay, well, you guys sort that out. I don't care about that. F5s are going to split into 2 pairs then, and be, 10, 15 miles south of each target?
Yeah, about that.
And so that just leaves the Vigans. I mean, we've got to, our primary job is offense, so we should be having offensive capability to begin with. And what about my idea of being up above cons and ready to dive down? So I think it's the only way we're going to catch them, unfortunately. If we've got
we can't be too high because you want to make sure that you're not in burners.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Because if you go too high, you have to use the burner in order to stay up.
How about just below cons? It's going to be conning about Angels 25. So if we set that Angels early 20s, we won't be conning.
If you do that, all you're going to happen is they're going to ping you with their radar and see you miles ahead.
Yep.
Cool. Then they shoot us and not the the site.
I mean, we do want them to get in dogfights with us, and that's what we want. Want them to be foolish.
We could be higher than them, but just not so high, like 7,000 feet or something.
And I've told them, and they're non-offensive. Even if they have guns, they'll still be massively OP, those Mirages, because they can just track while scan us and just pop up behind us and kill all the Vigans, so they won't be allowed to use their guns.
Right, I think we should actually go about assigning people particular tasks. So first of all, we've got, 2 sites? We've got the western and eastern site, and they will be known as such.
Yeah.
So Sherman and King, you're assigned to be scouting ahead of the western site.
Mm-hmm.
Maverick Zoidberg scouting ahead of the eastern site. Then we've got for Harriers, we've got Gumbo, Sethor and P-Man. You'll be on the western site at close range defense. And Dagger with Preen and Static, you'll be on the eastern site.
With Sonic.
And then Chevy will be splitting up into 2. So me and Cap will be one pair, Signore and Stahl will be another. And me and Cap will be up high over the western site, and Signore and Stahl, you'll be up high over the eastern site.
Roger.
Whenever you call out anything, contact or anything, make sure the first thing you should say is eastern site or western site, so it gives everyone an idea of which side the thing is happening on, because we won't remember.
Okay, is the map oriented correctly?
Yeah, roger. So east, which is to the right, that is that one there.
Okay, thank you.
What are we doing with Sonic and Trash?
I was going to put Sonic with the Harriers, with the weaker Harrier group, because he's essentially like them, slow but with good missiles, so good for base defense. And
I'll go east.
Trash could be a wild card if you like, just going all over the place. He's good at that, being wild carding all over the place and reporting in stuff he's seen. Just be careful with IFF.
Trash, could you get close to their runway just to have a look to see what they're doing?
I'll give it a try. I'll stay low and just scout around a bit.
You don't necessarily need to attack, but if we know they're taking off,
Has he got optics?
then
Has he got optics in the Vigan? That he can use?
he could equip a Maverick.
Equip a Maverick, and there's nothing against the rules there, and at least use the optics to have a look what they've got around, what they're doing, where they're going. You can outrun them. If you get in trouble, just dump your shit and just run. They can't catch you up.
Yeah, and if you find you can engage because they're on the ground and not doing anything, then do it. But ultimately, you're there to scout.
Launches a Maverick at them while they're taxiing, blocks the runway.
Yeah. I'll give it a go. It's looking like looking through a throw, but anyway, I'll give it a go.
All you need to see is a dot. Just see a dot, and when that dot's
It is
taking
quite good at seeing stuff, provided you know what you're looking at. And seeing as it's a runway and a big target, it's easy to point the sight at it.
And remember, you're going to be
Send up a couple of BK-90s and just wreck the runway.
Yes, but we don't use BK-90s in multiplayer.
We'd like to, but they don't work.
Trash. Just remember, within 20 miles, they've obviously SAMs are going to be firing at you with infinite ammo. So just bear that in mind.
Might be worth taking a jammer pod.
That would be nice. Okay, does anyone not know what group they're in or what they're doing? Beautiful. Signor and Stahl, do you want to go over to Old's group then? So you're on a separate thingy.
Yeah, sure.
So you don't conflict with us. And Sherman, Maverick and Zoidberg, just put yourself in Buick or something, just so you've got a different frequency. Cool. Sonic, put yourself in Dagger because you're with them, regardless of your frequency. That's about it. Right.
One more thing to note for context, bringing out context, you can use the 2 Grumble sites as a bowls reference. If you find someone, just use bowls of either the east or west site.
Roger. So east site,
so people can get a
east site, south 10 miles or something like that. Or
So, during the scout parties, what's their modus operandi? High altitude or waiting low?
Presumably, whatever you think is best to spot them.
I would say low, Sherman. The thing is, if you're up high, you can't. Your job is really to spot them and hassle them. If you're low down, it's much easier to spot them because they become they skyline.
Plus, if they're going high, we can see their comms.
So basically, we have to fly around the top of the clouds and hope. Top of the mountains and hope that we spot them.
Yeah, that's essentially your job. Also, your job is, if they do strike, which I'm sure they will, they'll also then run directly south to their base. At which point, your job is to intercept them because we probably won't catch them up. So bear that in mind. And also remember, Trash is going to be messing around near their base, so there will be a dot messing about. And obviously, the most important thing today, IFF. The worst thing we can do is to shoot at dots today. Everyone knows how to do it. We've got RF10 menus. We've got everything we need to not IFF. So remember, Mirage, MiG-21. That's all we're shooting at. If you're not 100% sure it's one of them, don't shoot.
Yes, also remember that their mission is ground attack, not air-to-air, so their main target is not you, so you can afford to not shoot and spend a bit more time making sure it's definitely the enemy.
Yep. If, like I said to them, if they want to come out dogfighting, they will lose the match. That's just how it is.
Remember that the vegans are also equipped with big delta wings.
Yep, so be careful.
We're going to be doing a stage 2 afterburner takeoff. Taking off on the runway, then we'll be proceeding up to I think 5,000 meters, which is 15,000 feet, in order to do our cruising and hovering waiting for the enemy, and then we'll be hovering around the western base, attempting to spot people at a high altitude. Any questions?
Two.
Just remember as well to flick your lights off and go into the IR mode if you haven't already once we hit combat.
When I say so, all groups will have permission to take off and get for target. I wish you luck. So all units, you now have permission to take off.
Roger.
Careful if your big and screw squeeze by the area so we can point up.
Flight, brake, set, throttle up. Ready, go.
Stage 2.
It's in the briefing. And rotate. Gear up.
Test the flare.
Make sure you turn it off afterwards.
Hang on, I'm confused, bud.
It's press once for on,
Yep.
press once for off.
Understood. So I press it and then it just keeps flaring, doesn't it?
Yeah, it flares continuously for 1.5 minutes.
Understood.
And then you are now
Heading to the eastern side. We're heading to our area.
and right roll now.
Thank you for enabling weapons, etc.
Cool. Okay, I'm on your wing now.
Roger, on the right hand side.
Roger.
Yeah, I've just got visual on you. Hiding beneath my wing. Okay, we're going to stick on 90% for a while to conserve fuel, because fuel is what allows us to fight.
2. Will it prioritise our RB-74s over the 2-4s?
I believe so, yeah. You ain't got much choice, so shoot with what you got.
When it does flare, they're pretty crap. They're like 1 every 10 seconds or something.
Yeah, no, the flaring is mostly designed for if you're running over a target that's got IR missiles. It's not really designed for dogfighting.
Roger.
Wings level now.
Changed your syntax.
Yeah, no, I saw a video about the red arrows, and they do it in this more continuous cadence. It's a bit better than the system that I was using before.
Okay.
It's the same principle of having a consistent cadence every time. It's just a bit different.
It's good having the same activation word now every time. That's quite clever. So you always know what the word is.
Yeah, and they always do it in ignore this, but it'd be, you know, right, roll, now.
Okay.
So the speed between every word is always the same. And pitch up now.
So I hear they've lost a man.
What, the Reds?
Yeah, IRL died, didn't he?
Oh, right, Christ, yeah, they did. They lost the engineer that went. The pilot bailed out successfully.
Oh, I didn't know that. So always the engineer always dies. The pilot always makes it out for some reason in most escapes.
It might just be the case the pilot knew what was going on and the engineer didn't, and the pilot managed to bail in time.
Yeah, roger that. In the SR-71 crashes, and there were a lot of them, a third of them crashed, or over a third, the pilots all survived, the engineers all died. I think it's also about preparation. It's also about preparation of the pull, because the actual pull is obviously just as bad as, you know, 20 Gs or whatever it is.
Yeah. Well, I think the engineer didn't eject at all.
Ah. Yeah, that won't help.
It was fairly low to the ground, so we'll have to wait for the investigation, but it could be something along the lines of the pilot bailed out, the engineer didn't realise what's going on until it was too late.
Roger, okay. All groups report in progress, so I can make sure you're up and okay.
Tango moving in. Hold is 32 miles from the eastern SAM site.
Do we think there's any chance they're going to make a dash for it at the beginning?
27 miles away from
There's a good chance. I mean, we can up our throttle a bit, but it'll mean we have a lot less loiter time. They got like 44 miles out. Lost one guy to disconnect from
Have you got F10 ability to see if any of our flights are ahead of us?
Can do. Hang on. Yeah, we've got the F5s burned ahead.
Yes, F5 in 3 kilometers from west.
Yeah, we're going quite slowly at the moment because of our climbing, but we've only got 500 meters to go.
We need to ascertain where pond level is so we don't go ahead above.
Yeah, well, you can obviously see behind, so just let me know.
Roger. Permission swap to left wing.
Negative.
Roger.
Level off. Now, yeah, permission to swap.
2, left wing. Getting a warning of some kind. Stand by.
Yeah, that'll be the sights in front of us.
Oh yes.
It's a fairly low frequency, it's a ground radar.
Can you tell by the tone?
Yep. So the information it gives, there's two things you can learn from the sound. There's firstly how often the beep happens. The slower it is, then it's basically if you've got a ground radar that's slowly rotating, then you'll only get a beep every time it rotates. And the actual sound of it is related to the frequency of the radio waves that it's sending out.
Roger. Did you see the video we did on high and low fidelity models?
I had a skim through it, yeah. Why, is there anything important in it?
No, not really, nothing we don't know already. I don't want to look down at my gauge, can I ask what our fuel is?
My fuel is just under 100%, just over 100%.
Roger.
So we don't need to drop our tanks just yet. 37 kilometers from the site. Once we fly over the top of it, I want you to go into a more loose formation.
Roger
I don't
that.
want any crazy stuff like last time where you got 2 people taken out by 1 missile.
Yeah, that was. We didn't realise we were in danger area, or I didn't anyway, on that mission. I thought we were still ferrying. It's gutted.
Go keep situational awareness.
Even when listening to it back, GCI told us that we're in dangerous area, but I thought it was about 50 miles off.
Yeah, planes go very quickly. Right, I want you to go to looser combat spread now, turn your lights off and set your missiles to IR.
2. We staying in nav?
A-firm, stay in nav for now. We're currently flying on a bearing of 195.
External lights are the rear grey 4 switches, aren't they?
Yeah, the switches on the right hand side beneath the countermeasure section.
Copy.
Okay, I want you to watch out and tell me when we go into cons and then we'll level off.
2.
Old flight has reached the eastern SAM site, orbiting now.
Chevy over western site, gaining altitude. Okay, let's get into fighting mode.
How are we doing for cons?
Negative.
Roger, we'll level off at 6,000.
How draggy do these ETM pods make us?
Not too much. It's just like carrying a missile.
My theory is today we're going to be chasing burners south, so we want to get a good 850 knots.
And level off now.
Roger.
Going to my ults. It's not much of a change.
Sabres over the western side.
Dagger plane on station east side.
Good job, guys. Tally, you lot. Expect hostiles to flank, so keep an eye on to the flanks as well.
Be like 20 miles south of east side.
We've got really good visibility up here.
Yeah, it'll be tricky to spot things though.
I'd much rather be the attacker on this mission, I tell you. Nothing can spot someone going at 50 feet down one of those canyons. Sherman, any sightings?
Absolutely nothing yet. I've been going through valleys trying to see if I can catch them from behind, but nothing yet.
Good, good. Right, let's see if we can spot our Harriers on their way round at our base.
Roger, I'm currently trying to spot the actual site.
Stand by. Roger, it is hard to spot, isn't it? be 1 o'clock for
Cap,
10 miles.
trash. I see 3 bogies taking off from the base now.
All units, 3 hostiles are taking off from the base. Okay, Trash, just track them for now. Just track them.
Yeah, Trash, if you can trail them, we can point ourselves onto them.
Trash, copy.
All units, 3 hostiles are taking off from the base. We're going to have a spy Vigan, friendly Vigan, tracking them, so there will be a friendly behind them when they attack.
Trash, Cap specifically assign people to attack it, otherwise you'll get everybody going for them.
Message from the stream. Cap, please arm your ejection seat.
Roger, thank you, streamer. I'm going to assign people for the attack, but I'll do it when we know where it is.
We got currently we got F5s out front.
Oh, blood! I see it. 2 o'clock, low down. I see our sight. At least I've got.
Did you accidentally pull the ejector? Yeah, because
Trash to all. It's four bogies moving eastbound, looking like they're moving up on the eastern flank. Eastern flank are moving in behind.
Roger, Trash.
Trash, let us know when you're in pursuit. Let us know roughly how far you are behind. We'll be able to plot their place almost as perfectly that way.
Treading by 5 miles.
Roger.
Cap, if you want, we can burn and try and intercept.
2 seconds, let me look at the map. Yep, that's going to get them. Blood, do you want anyone else to go and intercept?
Send the F5s who are up front, but we'll go in. So it looks like...
Zoidberg.
Yeah, they're going up the eastern edge. Maybe it's better to send the 2 Vigans who are over that side.
Stand by. Signore, stand by for orders. You ready?
Yeah, ready.
Trash is trailing 4 hostiles by 5 miles. The hostiles are 5 miles in front of Trash. Your job is now to go and intercept them. Intercept those hostiles. Once you've intercepted, we can also unleash the F5s that are on that flank. Read back Signore.
Roger, we're going to intercept the hostiles. I just need an intercept bearing. Let me make one.
Trash blind on the hostile response.
Roger, Trash, just make your best guess.
If you really want, Trash, you can turn your radar on and give them the scare.
Not yet. I assume they are moving north, following them.
Roger, at least you know the side they're going on. Do we know roughly how fast they were travelling?
Trash, negative.
I was just wondering if we could get an estimate of what time they'll arrive at the site.
It'll be 450 knots.
Trash, did it look like they are going on the flat ground to the east?
They were moving straight east. They fall off the map any minute. If they continued like that, though they should be turning north any second.
Roger, should be easy to spot on that flat ground though.
Signore progress.
We're behind the F5s. We're on the first stage burner and we're heading south on an intercept course for Trash.
Roger, make sure you're in the mud so you can skyline them, otherwise they'll see you and shoot you down.
Roger that.
If you reach Trash, then you've gone too far, then head north and try and retrace their steps where they'll be going towards our target.
Roger that.
So Cap, we still got 2 of them that are, well, we don't know where they are. So there's a good chance they'll be coming on our sector.
Affirm, Cap, I'm turning blood because I see something out of place. I've just got to have a look at it on our 5 o'clock. Do you see that dot?
Negative, don't go anywhere without me.
Turn to 5 o'clock, turn to 5 o'clock, I'll follow you. I've still got eyes.
Yeah, visual.
Harriers on the west side, 1 flare from each of the Harriers on the west side, please. Harriers on the west side, 1 flare from Harriers on the west side, please, each of you. Well, thank you guys. Okay, back to business.
90% now. Right, Cat, report when you're back with me.
Yeah, I'm basically right on, a few hundred meters behind.
Roger, just loosening the tournament.
Trash, I have 3 wide visual, 2 close. Are you close? And close
Roger,
formation.
we're close. Yeah,
okay, it's
on the close formation. We're just leaving a forest right now, entering a clearing.
I've got 2 bogies estimated at 1,000 feet off the ground. Exactly north of me.
Yeah, that's us.
Turning back to the base, Trash.
Start with the friendly, they're bearing 315 from you, 11 miles.
Trash visual. I'm reversing course, turning south again.
Roger, there's that bit you just lost track of the 4. 4 hot
Trash A. Trash A firm. Trash A firm.
Trash, let the Harriers know what's going on, because there's a good chance that they will be the first ones to intercept them.
Trash, lost trail of the bogies, turning south again.
So we think there's 4 hostiles about to attack the eastern site, Harriers. Read back.
Dagger plate copy, 4 hostiles for the site.
Note that we've also got friendlies in tail, so check your shots.
Abram.
Signal A, report your geographical progress back to target, back to our thingy. Sam.
We're about 15 miles out, I'd say. Close.
Okay, once you're there, head out east towards the flatlands. We think that's where they're gathering and coming from.
Roger, I'll head there now.
Roger, don't go too far out. I don't think there's much to gain. Go a good 10 to 15 miles out into the flatlands. Scan around.
Roger that.
So at this point, we've got to assume they've gone north and they're attacking from the north. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it's a possibility.
At this point, guys, Cap thinks those guys have gone east, bypassed the base, and they're going to attack from the north. So, Signora, once you're out to the east, head north a bit and see if you can pick anything up coming from the north.
Roger that.
Great game of cat and mouse, isn't it?
I can see them just coming transonic on the deck from the north. Bombs away. I'm watching.
Somebody low down in the valleys to the left.
Which valley?
I think I've got one. We're getting better.
Coming. ANF.
Yeah, F10 shows only 2 targets at 18,000 feet.
Call it on global, I don't know.
Somebody.
Call it global, I don't know what you're looking at.
Chris got a contact.
Chevy Planet has possible contact on target moving low in the valleys near the western SAM site.
Any F5s over east base? Give me a flare, please.
Still no drop.
We're not wasting a flare, but yes, we are south of the base.
Yeah, I can't see him anymore, but he was moving in the valleys. I saw on the valley to our left, moving left to right. We're just going to roll right and try and get behind whatever it might be.
Hit those nails, boys, hit those nails. Not the Harriers. How far out was he, one?
Green splash, we look down in the valleys in front of us. I'm expecting them to be moving in the valley, going left to right in front of us now.
Can we fly inverted in this thing?
10,000.
Good job, boys.
Harriers at the west base, confirm that you're approximately kill altitude to the SAMs.
Are they at the western site?
Sorry, say again for the west.
Confirm that Harriers are approximately kill altitude to the SAMs.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Where have you gone roughly, Blood? Tally.
Yeah, it's falling to the right.
So are they attacking from the north then? Or did they do that on the west side? Yeah, they're attacking the east side from the north here.
Yeah, west side clear at the minute.
Can I have some location flares?
Roger. Flares out.
Tally, all good.
Flares off.
Did we lose any friendlies?
Yeah, we lost Treen, we lost somebody else. We're losing everybody.
We're not losing them to Mirages, are we?
MiGs.
Okay, fair enough.
Right, going to intercept to the house.
Have you got eyes on our target? You know what I mean?
Negative. Should be way off to our right.
Sounds like the action's all in the west.
Yeah, it's alright. I mean, it's probably not too great in your video, but...
Doesn't really matter with the videos, I can just catch ship later.
Yeah, it's going to get the exciting cockpit footage.
Are you still burning?
Negative, I said 90%. Just trying to conserve fuel. Fortunately, when we hit 20%, we better go home.
Merging with a plane on the right, presumably friendly.
Hammer lead is going to bingo RTB. Wing level 2 is currently holding his station.
Roger Sherman, it's pretty quiet around here at the moment. Any eyes on target?
Negative, should be on to our 2 o'clock. Yeah, visual.
Roger, that's what bothers me.
Just gonna roll right and have a little fly past. Yeah, it looks okay. No smoke.
Looks like an A10 on our right there.
No joy.
Doesn't matter, it's actually one way or another.
Yeah, I'm sure it's an A10.
Assuming it is, stand by.
Don't assume.
I did check and it was actually a Harry.
We got a target moving left to right in front of us.
Promising.
I believe that's friendly, just check.
Yeah, Harry.
Yeah, it is. Visual on you. Visual on aircraft far, roughly bearing 140.
Be advised, Sherman is passing north past the west.
Somebody just got flash over the eastern side. I'm looking at visual on the
Slash stay hostile over eastern save site.
Hold on.
Going stage 1 for burner. Is there an aircraft coming beneath us?
One barrage over the eastern stem site.
Request fire from Harriers in western sector. Lost visual on the aircraft, it should be beneath us, going on the left hand side.
Following.
Visual on the aircraft, he's low, heading north. Is there anybody flying low in the valleys on the western sector currently travelling north?
Scratch it, I'll do an F10.
Yes, I'm RTB for fuel.
We got MiGs on the eastern side, dogfighting with MiG.
I'm tempted to go to the east because I lost so many men.
this side. Do you know how many hostiles we've splashed?
Do we have a splash count?
View 2 on radio 243 bingo fuel returning to base.
How many guys are you leaving to protect that?
My lead is down. I'm not sure how many guys are over here at Eastern.
Roger, go ahead and return to base.
21 just did a quick fire.
We have to slow down. I'm gonna try to get him. Box 2.
Ops 1 on the MiG.
Watch out.
25.
I'm at.
East sector, do you require assistance?
That was my missile, I'm sure, which hit you.
Say again, eastern sector, do you require assistance? 2 beacons can burn in if necessary.
East, talk, now.
Negative.
We're not going to go burners because we need all the fuel we can get. We don't need the speed.
Copy, I'm going to back off a bit so I'm not as much as a...
Signori was out of missile, so I kamikaze that fucker.
Can you get in?
Lost the nails.
Yeah, he's dead.
Good man.
Thank you.
And wings level.
Yeah, I mean, he absorbed 2 missiles like they were nothing. A fucking MiG. So many things are broken still.
Roger, I'll catch you in debrief.
Right, we've lost that nailed. It seems like they're in the valleys.
The MiG-21 itself, you see it with other planes too.
Rolling out on 070.
Is there anyone on comms that's not in the air that can give us a BDA on both sides on the map?
Give me 5 to 15 minutes and I will land.
Where, Cap? You don't mean GCI?
No,
What did you say, Cap?
I just want a BDA from our sites to see if any of the sites are damaged.
Eastern side is damaged.
Stall, can you check out the eastern side? Looks like there's some smoke.
Stahl is on the east side. You mean directly on it?
Yeah,
3
there's
sites. 3 sites are destroyed on the eastern side.
Break. Message from ESF and chat. We're dead.
Oh, right, it's over.
Yeah, baby!
Well done, guys. All units RTB. Cap's going to go down first, and then I'll call you in. Runway 09. See you then. Let's go, blood.
If you can get here first.
Roger, hang on. It's Moz... No, not Mozdok.
It's north of Beslan by about 40 miles, 30 miles, whatever it is.
Yeah, I just want to get the... It is Mozdok. Okay, well then we're going to shortly be doing a right-hand turn.
2.
And that'll get us lined up on 2 initials. And right roll now. And a little bit of pull. Mozdok traffic Chevy flight initials. And wings level now. Prepare to brake. Lead braking. Chevy lead is on brake.
Brake. Uh, 500 clicks, 300 meters.
Confirm you need to do this as 2 tight turns. It's the best way to bleed off enough speed. Mozdok traffic Chevy lead final.
Chevy 2 final.
Go reverses on, I'm taking left, you take right.
2 left. Sorry, right.
Did you put a crosswind on there, Cap?
10 knots north.
Static dagger flight approaching from the southeast. Request joining instructions.
Uncontrolled.
Roger, all copied, uncontrolled. Static.
So brakes and then...
Sabre flight is on the dead side, we're descending.
2, is it clear to turn right?
Or, joining onto the extended.
Roger, holding.
Stay.
Altitude is turning on that side.
2 is egressing right. There we are, Cap.
Nice.
Okay, you're clear to reverse into north. We'll do that.
2.
Report on global radio when you have exited the runway and report yourself as Chevy.
Traffic, Chevy, runway vacated.
Correct.
Vigan, slow movers in front.
Good visual.
He'll be right as long as he uses your reverser. Have a flight. Officials, roughly 09.
Beautiful arrows, the first proper decent arrow landing on sea. Welcome back, Stahl.
Thank you. Altitude runway vacated.
Ammo, watch for slow traffic. I think on your nose, but I can't really tell.
Roger, traffic in sight.
Probably go under her or something like that.
We'll make the call. Confirm that's a Harrier in front of us?
Yeah, it looks pretty slow.
Alright, we're doing a go around.
Roger, don't go too far, Sherman.
This is Hammer flight. Hammer 2 is Joker on fuel. We need to swap runways from runway 21.
Yep, go for it, and ready for you right now. Welcome back on the... Yeah, you should be okay, Sherman.
Roger that, on a really lopsided final.
F5, stick right, I say again, stick right. Harrier on left hand side of runway.
Harrier vacated runway now. Runway vacated.
Pop that shoot, King. Lovely job, well done. Well done, everyone. See you on the apron. Okay, welcome back. So, we completed the mission. I think one of the SAM flights was struck, but it wasn't 50% struck, I think. I'll double check. But so I think blues won for once, which is nice. All the reds were shot down, we believe. About half of the blues were shot down, as you can see, but we just about did it. So, on 3, we're going to do our sillies. 1, 2, 3. So what happened? Basically, the guys on the west, including Cap, didn't see any action, and we have no idea what happened. Did one of the bases get hit? Is that right?
Yeah, the eastern base got hit.
How many units were destroyed?
3 or 4. 4.
Oh, so one more, and then they would have won it.
Yep.
That was okay. I'm happy with that. Right, because we didn't see anything. Quick description from either the Eastern Blues or the Reds, just so we know what happened.
Looks like the red guys, from my point of view, went around east, maybe up through the middle. I don't really know. Came back from the north behind us. Luckily, I think it was Cap that gave us the idea that they might be coming in from the north. And sure enough, when we went just north to go look, here come 4 or 5 airplanes, MiG-21s.
Oh, so we did intercept them.
Yes.
Did they go off the map? Yeah, we had trash spotted them take off from the runway, and we tracked them along the eastern edge.
Did the Reds know that we were doing that?
Well, our plan was to run along the eastern side the entire time, so I don't know. Yeah.
I know that
I trailed you quite a bit. I was just tempted to fire, but Cap told me off.
I call one of the M2000s, I think it was Coffee, did a sighting pass over the eastern side. I dropped him behind him, and then he dropped his rockets just before I managed to get him.
No, that was me. You were behind me, so I was not dropping my rockets on purpose. They got pulled off my jet, so.
I saw someone do a rocket strike on the eastern site.
Udorosa?
Yeah,
I in the mountain, but I don't think I hit anything.
There's a... anyway. We could have done better.
Cool. Okay, I shall look forward to going and doing the replay now, and so I can see what happened. Any parting thoughts before we shut down?
Congratulations to Signore for giving me 2 extra kills. Thank you.
Also,
I killed Maverick, then I kamikazed Raptor.
Just saying, we were flying in a trail formation, and one of you blue guys just slotted right in the middle of it, and we didn't see it.
Fucking Preen! Yeah, Preen slotted in as I left, so like I broke right to go intercept, and Preen just came right back in. I spent the next minute thinking Preen was Raptor. Yeah, I spent the next minute thinking Preen was Raptor.
Sneaky man.
I can't wait to see that.
I just wanted to say to that red who was trying to attack the eastern base, you got sloshed by my guns.
Oh, I got a guns kill. In what?
Yeah, Maverick, I had you dead to rights, but I went up, I was right at your 6, I had you in perfect gun position for like 5-10 seconds, and I fucking, literally at the start of this mission, I rebound my fire gun key, so I had to hold a modifier. I switched to missile and gun key, and I was like, oh, why isn't it shooting?
Maverick was saying that I prevented him from killing you, so apparently you were right in his sights. Maybe he was gonna waste you, you never know.
Maybe, dude, I don't know.
I was about to have 3-0.
Maybe.
There's something that's more important. I think Maverick sounds just like Raptor. I think Maverick is Raptor's son. Are you Raptor's son, Maverick?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I
hope
do not hear the
They sound the
similarity.
same!
I think you guys will come around to my way. I think you'll
Maverick,
I don't know the spots.
You can tell us apart by the better pilot, so I'm the better pilot. So that's how you separate
You're the
us.
better pilot. Oh,
Yeah, you're right, Maverick. You are the better pilot.
That's how you
I
can
still
split
got
it.
2 air-to-air guns kills. God.
I don't know. Maverick didn't get killed by kamikaze.
I mean, I was actually fucking dead. He hit me with like 2 fucking robots, and I was like, well, fuck. I tried to brake to get him to go in front of me for a quick gun snapshot, and he just fucking hit me. I was like, all right, I'll take it.
You know, the thing is that you were totally going to make me overshoot too, and I was like, well, I'll just hit him instead. That'll end everything.
Whatever.
Oh, right.
And I had no missiles and no guns on this fucking plane, so, you know, I say I used it to the best of what I had left.
That mission was
I'm very proud of you, Simari. Good job.
I had 2 opportunities of destroy the eastern side, but the rockets are bugged when you remove the magic missiles in the Mirage.
Excuses.
They don't work at all?
No,
you have to. You can try it, Scout. It's very easy to try.
The rockets, if you've got 530s on board, they only work on one pylon, and you have to hit a different selector.
They only had rockets, though.
Yeah, there's on the ACP panel, on the top right, one of the buttons highlights and changes to INT or EXT, and then you have to press that and then do it. So you have to do rockets, that button, and then release them, otherwise they don't work.
Cool. Okay, well done everyone. That should look cool when we put the movie together.